destination is really not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is really being focused on the process.
Welcome to Impact and Fulfillment with Coach Mike D, where you'll gain practical wisdom and dynamic insight from amazing conversations to live your best life.
What's going on, y'all? This is Coach Mike D with another episode of Impact and Fulfillment. I hope y'all are having an amazing day. I hope you're having an amazing day. And I hope that you're also prioritizing making it an amazing day for somebody else. Meaning, are you creating the culture and the climate for somebody else to have an amazing day as well? And if not, take a step back and realize that it's bigger than you. Okay? It's much bigger than you. That being said, I wanted to talk about something. And today, one of the thoughts that I wanted to leave with you is that typically the results are not going to meet your expectations. The results are not going to meet your expectations. So, it's interesting when we plan for something, or when we work towards something, or when we set a goal for ourselves, or when we, have in our mind this thing that we want to become, etc., right? Or a certain amount of money that we want to make, or certain, accomplishments that we want to have under our belt. When we set these particular goals, we set these targets, the challenge that most people will, if they're honest, will share with you is that once you reach that particular goal, it's typically not all that it's cracked up to be. It's not all that you've built it up to be. It's like it's not on the level that you thought it would be. It's kind of anticlimactic, right? And it's interesting. Like if you've experienced this and you're honest about it, just be real. For instance, when you're in school and you're working towards graduation, right? And then you're excited about graduation. You're excited to walk across the stage with that diploma. And then you get the diploma, you're excited in the moment, and then it's just like, okay, this is Saturday. Monday, I start my new job. It's like, this is cool. This is nice to have, but it's kind of anticlimactic. I'm going to throw another one at you. It's interesting. So my wife and I, we'll be married 14 years this upcoming July. And thinking back to our wedding, we had an amazing wedding in Lakewood, California, right outside of Los Angeles. And it was at the Lakewood Country Club. And I think we had almost 250 people there. And it was fun. It was dancing. It was beautiful. I mean, it was great pictures, great environment, great food, lots of family and friends, lots of great memories. But I remember that day that we got married. And I remember once the wedding and the reception was over, we were in the limo headed to the hotel. We looked at each other and we were like, so this is it, huh? It was an interesting perspective because this thing that we had, she obviously was the primary planner. She and her mom and my mom and everybody else. But the reality was this thing that had been planned for over a year, this thing that had been invested in, this thing that, lots of tastings and testings and trials and this and that and rehearsals and figuring this out and figuring this schedule out, all of these things to lead up to this event. And then the event was nice. It was cool. We have great memories and great pictures. But the reality is it's kind of anticlimactic. And a lot of people who have goals will, if they're honest about it, will say the same thing. It's like, okay, I was looking to get to a certain financial level. And then you ask them, so how did you feel after you got to that financial level? And they're like, yeah, it's cool that I accomplished this thing. But the reality is It's not all that it's cracked up to be. So the reason I gave these examples is I want us to be honest about the fact that the destination is really not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is really being focused on the process. The ultimate goal is being locked into something that you truly are passionate about, locked into something that really matters, locked into something that challenges you to grow and become better. But there's no destination to that. There's no end to that. That is a continuous process. And life is really less about accomplishing goals and more about process. It's less about the accomplishment of the goals, and it's more about the process and enjoying the process. Think about this. What's interesting, our wedding was an amazing event, but I probably have more memories. I have more in-depth memories associated with the process leading up to our wedding. I have more memories of flying out there and going through this and going through that and back and forth on the phone and meeting with people and testing out different things. But then I also had more memories about, when, it was the day before or 2 or 3 days before and all the family was flying out and us hanging out and doing our fun times and laughing and joking and all of that. I also had probably more memories about after the fact, like the day after when people were still in the area and we were hanging out and we went to my mother-in-law's house and ate tacos and, the family was touring and just all these different things. It was the process. So the event was cool, but what was actually more memorable, where I have more stories, is the process. And I think anybody who accomplishes anything in life, if you accomplish a goal, if you reach a level, think about this. College. I graduated from college in 2002, a long time ago. But the thing that's interesting about it, my graduation was, yes, I'm happy about it. I'm excited about it and I'm proud of it. But the reality is the stories and the memories I have about college were all the trials and tribulations of the process. The things with relationships, my homeboys and the things that we did and the places we went and, the memories that we made, the things that were learned in certain classes or the things that I missed out on or whatever it may be. Those were all the memories because those are a part of the process. So I use this example, or I'm using these examples for us to really take a step back and think about why we do things. Because when you understand why you do things, it shapes how you do things. Understand that or hear that again. When you understand why you do things, that then shapes how you do things. And how you do things matter. Because how you do things will shape the memories that you formulate, will shape the images and the thoughts, and some of the actions you'll take in the future will be shaped by how you do things now. So let's really be focused on the process. Let's really be focused on not just being there, but having a mission for being there. Let's not just show up, but let's show up with intention. And to show up with intention, you have to have a why for you even being involved. And I think that's the step before that a lot of people miss out on. We just start doing things without evaluating whether or not this is something I need to be doing. The why behind it. It's like having a plan for something. In my latest book, The 33 Laws of Impact and Fulfillment, one of the laws that I talk about is to strengthen the intangibles before jumping into the tactical. strengthen the intangibles before jumping into the tactical. A lot of people just like to go jump into a plan without first strengthening their intangibles, without first strengthening their understanding or their why behind the thing or the task that they're, jumping into. And for that reason, that's why a lot of people do not find success. A lot of people don't grow because they're just following a plan, but they've not first strengthened their intangibles. They've not understood the things that they have at their disposal, and they've not really taken time to recognize their why, right? And therefore, because their why is not identified, their how is probably going to be subpar. Think about it. So anyway, I just wanted you all to really think about process today. And because, again, this is all about impact and fulfillment, not just, making an impact, but I want you to be fulfilled in the process, because literally that's what life is all about. Life's not about stuff. It's not about accomplishments. It's not about this or that. It's really about the impact that you make, but then also the fulfillment that you can find in the midst of that impact. And doing that not just for yourself, but for others. Because literally, if all of us do a little bit, then nobody has to do a lot. Hear that again. If all of us do a little bit, nobody has to do a lot. And let's work on that. All right. Well, as always, make sure to follow Coach Mike D on social media. Visit CoachMikeD.com and grab a copy of my book, The 33 Laws of Impact and Fulfillment. You can get it via my website, CoachMikeD.com. You can go to Amazon and type in The 33 Laws of Impact and Fulfillment. You can grab it there. Just grab a copy, literally, paperback, ebook, or audiobook. I got you covered. So give me a shout, grab a copy, and literally leave a review and let me know what you think about it. And share this episode with somebody. Share this episode with someone who is kind of struggling with finding their purpose, struggling with, understanding their why, kind of feeling stuck. Share this episode with them, because the reality is, if they're feeling stuck, they're probably not fully embedded into the process. If they're feeling stuck, they're probably fully not embedded in the process. And that needs to change, because we want everybody to live to the full magnitude of their potential. Because when the right ones win, we all win. So let's help to ensure that. Well, y'all be blessed, well, and wise, and I'll holler at you. Peace.
I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and follow Coach Mike D everywhere on social media. Y'all be blessed, well, and wise.